are starting this one in the middle of a battle because I forgot to plug my mic in and didn't realize until 2 minutes had gone by, and that's why we have my thing evolving into another thing because I didn't plug in my mic, and now it's got the stupid fucking clown nose. What's up? What's up, everyone? I have turned down my video settings as low as possible in hopes that that will fix the problems we've been having with my computer being a piece of shit and it lagging and dropping frames in the video. Hopefully. I don't know. What I've been working on this past week is I am hard at work on my Homestuck video essay. Yeah, my rewriting the ending of Homestuck about all the fan comics. And you know, it's going okay. It's going okay. I got it half written. I've written through Home Slice and Act Omega, and Act Omega's fine. I'll talk about this in the video, but I think there's a lot of really good character moments in the comic, and Resume's a cool animation, and I love how, I interviewed her, the main writer of Act Omega. Her name's Joyful Dreams. She does an excellent job writing Calliope, who is the main character, essentially, of Act Omega. But the problem I have with that is just the whole structure of oh, Jesus. Oh, don't die after you evolve, my Pokemon. Ugh. I think the fighting the Condents again is just not a good or compelling idea for a story, and that is the framing device of the whole thing, and I think that really drags it down. But overall, it's kind of in the middle of the pack of the fan comics I read, and also Home Slice. I didn't enjoy Home Slice. It's a slice of life sitcom retelling of Homestuck, and that's fine, but I don't think it's very funny. And I think if you're going to get rid of all the drama and complicated plot and just be slice of life comedy, you kind of really need to have good comedy, and I don't think it has that, you know? Okay, and we're getting trained up my team. I'm getting beat up by these Basculin for some reason. Hard to work on my Batman as a Fascist video essay. That, based on how good based on how good the work this week went, it shouldn't be a problem to get this Batman video done. But does it have water absorb? I did not know that it had water absorb. It should not be a problem to get the Batman video done by Christmas. I've got my schedule worked out to give me enough time. I think that's the problem I've had in the past, is I don't plan my schedule out on getting stuff done. Because you can see in the top right, I have how I'm going to get this 4 hour. By the way, writing that first half of the video essay, that's more than 2 hours. This is going to be more 4.5, maybe 5 hour video essay about rewriting Homestuck. And that's fine, I can do that. I just have to plan and set aside time. So I have it worked out. If it'll take me 3 weeks, it'll take me 3 months to make that video, I think. Because it took me 2 weeks to make the Trezzy video, and that was 45 minutes. So that works out to about 3 months to make the 4.5 to 5 hour video on rewriting Homestuck. And I can do that. I just need to set aside time, get this a little bit done at the end of this week, which I think I should be able to do. It's going to be making essentially a half an hour video essay every week for several weeks, but I'll have the writing done, and making Homestuck videos is easy because it's comic. I just download the panels as I'm talking down over them. Occasionally I have to clip out a video bit. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll do good. And also working on D&D stories in that time, that's fine. I got back on the horse of writing my novel that I abandoned writing last year because I just was massive writer's block about this last, or actually would be second to last chapter, the last day of summer. I want to get this video done. Here's my thing. If I get it done in time, if I get the book written by the end of the year, I can mention it in the Homestuck video. And A, that's advertising for me, but B, that forces me to get it done, because, if I've recorded, have it written in the script and voiced over, and in the video, this book is done, it has to fucking be done, or else it's embarrassing. I just need the pressure. I'm good under pressure. and occasionally have panic attacks because of pressure. But that's pressure from like my job when I've just had terrible weeks where just everything happens and don't have time to get it done. It's fine. Oh, it's fine. I'll get the video done in time. Gonna catch another Pokemon in the Desert Resort, and probably another Pokemon in the underground bit, assuming I get there. And everything's good. I should, by the end of the day, have the first half of the next D&D story done. I'm gonna try and get that done before Thanksgiving, and then the next couple days leading up to Thanksgiving, I'm gonna try and get Batman 89 done. And then the week after Thanksgiving, I'm gonna do returns, and you can see my schedule. Black and White's a hard game to Nuzlocke. I'm always just like right about to lose a battle in my Pokemon. I haven't been steamrolling like you often do for a long time in Nuzlocks. It's a very well balanced to give you challenge game, which is hard. Don't mudshot me. Why is it green? Why is the mud green? I don't know. Last night, to celebrate getting the Batman 66 fully edited, I took a night off and I watched a movie. What's a movie that's good? Oh, I heard good things about Inside Out 2, which is the best, most successful, highest grossing anime movie of all time, not adjusted for inflation. And watch it and wow. Wait a minute, I didn't like the first Inside Out that much. And I didn't like that. I thought it was completely fine. I think it's fine. It's a movie that's fine. I wasn't especially drawn to it. I wasn't especially drawn to the first one. I just think it's alright. I do think it's kind of grown worthy. Like, God, they're going to use the, like, idiom about thought as, like, a source for make it physical. Like, ooh, this is the stream of consciousness. They do that so goddamn much. But, it's alright. I like the ending. I thought Anxiety was a fun villain, just the living embodiment of anxiety. I want this character to be punted into the sun. This is the worst character who's ever existed. And I understand that she's not a bad person, and that actually she's useful, and that she's just, like, she's fine. It's just a living embodiment of anxiety. But, this is painful to watch. I hate her. Whatever. Also, a few days ago, rewatched the movie Spotlight, which is a good movie. It's been on my mind for a while because of what I talked about a few weeks ago, how I pissed off the Catholic Church. That's a good movie. I don't really have anything to say about it other than, man, that's a really well-made movie. Yeah. And I talked about, like, the Simpsons movie last time because I'm working through the Simpsons, and I forgot to mention, like, how incredibly clear it was to me watching that movie. Yeah, this was supposed to be Hank Scorpio and Rainer Wolfcastle. They're the same voices, very similar character designs. Like Russ Cargill in the early drafts of that movie, that was just fucking Hank Scorpio, and he's basically Hank Scorpio, but like they give him a slightly different design and a different name, but he's still Albert Brooks. So it's like, this is like Hank Scorpio in that really good Simpsons episode, You Only Move Twice. And then they made Arnold Schwarzenegger the president in that, and that's just Rainer Wolfcastle, and I think it would be better if it was Rainer Wolfcastle, more in tone with The Simpsons than, this. They never went back to the fact that Krusty is a congressman, because there was an episode, and that didn't end with it being undone. There was an episode where Krusty became a congressman, and it's never been mentioned again. Whatever. Simpsons does that a lot. Also, like, working my way through Middle Simpsons, I think the problem with it so much is that episodes don't have endings. Like, they'll just have, like, a gag and then, credits now. Like, there's no resolution to that, because, like, a lot of traditional Simpsons episodes have great gags, and then there's a tie-up, like, the story goes somewhere, but it doesn't a lot of the time in later Simpsons episodes, and it starts kind of early. Like, Das Bus is infamous for just let's say it was Moe, but at least that was funny. But, like, there's so many episodes, and the other problem is that a lot of the episodes are kind of bland and move together. There's so many episodes that just kind of end without any real resolution to the plot. Like oh wow, Bart and Milhouse are stuck on an island now, or oh wow, Milhouse fell into the river and washed away and will never be seen again, or like I think The Simpsons work better just when it's not necessarily that it's bad that it ends with a gag. It's that like if it like the ending of like the episode where Marge and Homer get stuck in a love tunnel is them getting out as opposed to it just kind of ending with them still in that situation. Like I think that's better because it like the fact that episodes don't end isn't the problem. It's a sign of the bigger problem, which is that there's just no story structure in later episodes is the problem with The Simpsons, and I'm just rambling. And stupid constant sand chipping away at my health. Let's go get a Pokemon that's. This is the wrong way to. This is not the way to the Pokemon I have discovered. This is the way to Torment, which is not a very good move, especially in single player. Well, it's worse in competitive because there's better competition, but like no one's gonna use this in single player. They do give you a bunch of good Pokemon, like in these 3 desert routes, like right in a row. Like Darmanitan is excellent, Crocodile is excellent, Scraggly and the Psychic Bird thingy are pretty good. Confagrius is just okay, but hey, it's not. There are worse things to get. Diarrhea the wrong way. Ooh, and I do think I've been having better performance this week than last week, which is good. Which is good. And I've run out of things to talk about. I don't want to talk about politics because I always get so fucking mad when I talk about politics, and I don't want to deal with that mess. We got Thanksgiving coming up. I've got my Bim Bam video going out because I associate that show with Thanksgiving because there's a yearly Thanksgiving special. 10-year anniversary this year for Death Blart. I can't wait. That has become a yearly tradition of mine. The McElroys and the Kiwis they hang out with, like talking about Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, which is, Die Hard is a Christmas movie, is the thing people argue about. But people don't argue enough about the fact that Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 is a Thanksgiving movie. The original one flat out takes place on Thanksgiving, I'm pretty sure. So it is a Thanksgiving movie. The second one's, I've never even fucking seen the second one. I've just seen it be talked about by the McElroys and the Kiwis on their podcast about Death Blart. And like sometimes, like there are parts of that movie that I'd probably be shocked if I actually saw them. Like, oh, that's what. Because I like a few weeks ago, I saw like a video clip of it got recommended to me for a comedy scene in Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, where he gets into the elevator and there's a bunch of dudes dressed like the band Kiss, but they're dwarfs, they're little people, and like they've been referring to that for years as the mini Kiss scene, and I assumed. Yeah, so it's like after the mini kiss scene, the mini kiss scene. I assume that's like, does he eat? I assumed it was like a scene where Paul Blart eats a mini kiss because, like a chocolate kiss, because he has the low blood sugar, and sugar is his Popeye thing. Like, I was shocked that it was an actual, like, oh, it's like the band Kiss, but short. Is my takeaway. I give such insightful commentary. And where's the desert resort? There's just, it's honestly kind of bad, like considering like Pokemon's not super environmentalist, but it is like wow, the natural world is beautiful and it's fully integrated with humans and technology, with nature and Pokemon. That this whole just big desert gets plowed over in the second game within 2 years. They replace it with a highway. Is that bad? I don't know. It feels vaguely bad. Let's test out Hell's Karn in her first battle. Come on, Hells. Can you burn? Can you burn this fucking cottony? Burn that cotton with your fire punch. Yeah. Okay. So I got through like Classic Simpsons. So I switched to Always Sunny as my in the background as I'm editing, and I had to skip like the whole first season because God, that first season of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, it is perhaps the most awkward season of It's Always Sunny. Like the other seasons have awkward humor and jokes about the main characters just being awful and getting in awkward situations. But something about the first season, I think it's like a season full of Scott's Tots episodes. Like the gang gets racist is what they started that show on. Oh, that's certainly a starting episode for that show, and just like the constant awkwardness, and like the one where they find a dead guy and then Dennis and Mac like pretend to have been friends with the dead guy to bang his granddaughter. That is just so awkward. And other seasons do the awkward stuff, but it goes so far over the line into the main characters being monsters that it becomes funny, I guess. I don't know. It's an awkward show. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. New season should be coming out soon, which is good. Oh, I started watching What We Do in the Shadows, the final season, and it is very good. I'm gonna miss the show. It's just an excellent, excellent show. These wacky vampires, and did I talk about this last week? I probably talked about this last week. I don't know. I need to go back to writing out my talking points in advance. Ooh, but so yeah, but so. Yeah, this is just the kind of going through routes and catching Pokemon kind of episode, which is fine. It's fine. I don't want to do Black and White 2 next, because I just did a Black and White. How about, maybe I'll go back to, maybe I'll do Fire Red Omega, which is like super goddamn hard. Just an incredibly difficult and painful to go through game. It's the hardest Pokemon game I've ever played. Like, I've never Nuzlocked that. I've also never Nuzlocked Renegade Platinum. So I think I'll do one of those. One of those uber difficult, like, fan hacks. And this is what leads to Nimbasa over this highway. I am going to go to Nimbasa so I can heal. And then I'm going to double back for the Desert Resort so that I can catch a 5th team member. Where do you fight N in the city? Because I don't want to fight N this part. Well, actually, he's like level 22 according to this guy I have open. He's not a problem, but I don't feel like dealing with N. I have to clean my apartment because my parents are coming over to visit and see my apartment tomorrow for lunch. So I need to get it nice. And they're like, "Oh, you don't have to clean." Yeah, I fucking do, because you raised me like this. You put this like fucking. You put this work ethic and like fear of embarrassment and like need to have the house clean when people are coming over on me, mother. You can't say, "Oh, it's fine" if you don't. You know it isn't. Oh, and are we right into the Team Plasma? Oh no, they're mugging Bianca's dad. This really does take place in New York. Hey, New York actually has a low crime rate. It's been gentrified to fuck. Yeah. Yeah, Team Plasma goons. Oh no, it's a Mahjong, yeah. The problem is my Pokemon are slightly too strong to be used to catch wild Pokemon, so I might have to like just chuck Great Balls. Because I don't want to one-shot them. Rubbish. Let's get another full battle for. Actually, you're slightly injured. I'll go with my dog, who's gonna take out your trash. This dog's just gonna tear apart this trash. Dogs love trash. Da 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 da. Bad dog. Bad dog. Yeah, I'm just kind of working on things, going through life, working on things is what I'm doing right now. Ooh, a bike! Wait, you aren't Bianca's dad, but you gave me a bike. You gave me a bike, which means you're my best friend. Thank you for the bike. You who don't fucking cat call me Bianca. I'll kill you. I will kill you. Yeah. There's a YouTube channel I've been kind of watching in recent weeks called Mentor Pilot. It's a very good channel about planes crashing, but it's very in depth and does a super good analysis of why it happened. That's very good. I also listened to a podcast hosted by Ed Helms called Snafu that this season was about the FBI getting robbed and COINTELPRO being exposed. That was a cool thing that happened. Fuck the FBI. Do 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 do. Okay. And now we go to Route 4, and I'm biking in the sand and driving by the miners because I just gotta get to the end. Get to the end, get to the end, get to the end, under the highway. I mean, there is already a highway now, but I feel like isn't the highway more developed in the next one? Wait, this is the desert resort. This is, I can bike through the sand, and what's our catch gonna be? What's our catch gonna be? Sandal, perfect. I can do Sandal. Sandal is great. And how do I not kill this? Don't intimidate me. Fuck you. I am going to just straight off the bat do a quick ball. Can I get you with a quick ball? Good, good, good. Welcome to the Team Sandile. Good. And the commenter I'm naming you after is Floranic Quart. Maybe that's supposed to be Floranic Quartz. Who says, it sucks for Trezzy that the only way she sees they can win is by basically sacrificing her current self. I'm also pretty sure the Paradox Base somehow accounted for the retcon to happen. And this is, I talk about them, you can see my thoughts on that. I don't know. I forgot the O. I forgot the O. Lord English comes from the universe that came from after the retcon. That's a fair point. So was Game Over meant to happen, or was Orianic Q? I'm just gonna do a Q. I have like conflicting thoughts on that, because I mean maybe it is originally supposed to end in Game Over, but on the other hand, Game Over, you could argue that Game Over happens because John is missing because he's been zapped away by his retcon powers. Also, his retcon powers are what leads, like, he's not there, so Arena gets the ring, so that's what causes Game Over. Maybe if John wasn't there, things would have gone correctly, or if John was there, no one would have died, they would have defeated the continents, and then that leads to Lord English. And maybe, I kind of see it, maybe the reason the post-retcon timeline results in Lord English is just because he's so strong. Like, Lord English's thing is that he passively, like, warps reality to make himself come into existence. That any timeline that doesn't result in him dies. And, like, this gets countered by John's retcon powers, which are different, similarly powerful from time travel. Maybe, I don't fucking know if it's, I don't know. It's vague. Homestuck is very vague. Yeah. But also, yeah, it is sad that the only way Trezzy sees to save everyone is to die, but also that's kind of beautiful in that, like, she talks about how she'd rather be the dead Trezzy than the Trezzy who killed Vriska, and she gets her wish is the wrong word, but that's what happens. She accepts being dead if it means Vriska is fine, because she cares about Vriska. I'm going to fight you, and the next time I do that double battle and I go through the rest of the desert resort. Do we count the desert resort entrance and desert resort proper as two different routes? There's a screen transition, so I think they count. Or, I don't know, I'll figure it. I haven't decided yet, but maybe. But I've got a good team shaping up. Haven't had any Pokemon die except for that one that I sacrificed to beat Lenora, kind of pointlessly. There's probably another way to get around that. And now we take out this Roggen. Oh, son of a bitch. No. 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 Okay, good. Just 4 times. What the fuck was it? I was about to just smash it again instead of healing. What the fuck was I thinking? After this guy dies, I'm going to end the video. Good? Good, you're gonna die to the razor shell? Oh, you fucking sturdy bitch. You bitch. Don't rock blast me. Stop blasting me with rocks. Like, do you know how rude that is to just chuck rocks at some... What? Son of a bitch. I could switch out. But, like, this is, like, my rock counter. Is my water type. Ugh. Don't fucking mud slap me. Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. No, now I'm sticking in just out of spite. Thank you. But I will switch out for the next one. Who do you have? What do you got? Not the same Pokemon, hopefully. Timber. Oh, you know what beats Timber? Bigger. Why didn't I switch out? I meant to click switch out. I might be an idiot. Is that the title? I don't even remember what we talked about this time, to be honest. But I'm going to just beat you with Chip Away, and then I can end this. The frame, I'm going to cut this the frame that your hit points reaches 0, which is right about now.